people dislike me because I am not completely like them.
So guys, my number one album of the month of March is Mariana's Rest, fourth studio album, Hour. We get there on the title in a few moments. I am here with the vocalist of the band himself, Jaakko. Jaakko, hi, thanks for joining me on Made Out of Metal. Hi man.
Hello, so now it's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Really happy to have you, man. Thanks for having accepted the invitation. It's really, really great. I really appreciate it. You put out a great album that released this last Friday, the 24th of March. It's your fourth LP in the name of Hour. Oyer. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about a bit about your band. So. It's really not an easy task to categorize your band, because I would say it's melodic doom death, but when I check on your Bandcamp page and on different websites, people say it's death metal, basis of death metal with elements of melodies, melodic doom, black metal influences over there. So how would you characterize yourself, your music?
Well, we are kind of in the middle ground. If you talk about death metal, we maybe melodic death, yeah, some parts, a bit doom, something from there, maybe the tempos. But I like to kind of characterize our music because the feeling is kind of the most important thing in our music, to kind of transmit emotions. I have been calling it melancholic death metal, but well, our producer said that you're not even metal band, you're an indie band with heavy guitars. So, and I think that's a good way of putting it too, because I think we have a lot of small ingredients from all over the place. It's not all metal, and I don't kind of myself personally, I don't do categories. I just listen and try to kind of approach it from a kind of different angle.
So it's a matter of feeling the music more than, okay, I want to do black metal, I want to do doom, I want to do death, it's more a feeling about your art, about the music, how your perception of the music is, and what you want to compose and to produce there.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of an image when some of us brings up like a demo song to the training camp. He had some sort of emotion going through him, or an image that he was trying to kind of put into a song, and that's kind of the way we just kind of let the song go by itself, and then we follow it without kind of, we try not to think too much about it. We try to follow the song and go where it goes, and by now, I think we kind of have the courage to do so. Couple of our albums back, I think we were trying to kind of force it. This isn't heavy enough, or this isn't slow enough, or something like that. And it always kind of made the songs a bit crappier. It's better to kind of to trust what you're doing and just not think too much about it, and just kind of trust that eventually it will sound like us. And that's what we were trying to do on this album.
And you did it well, man. You did it so well. So just a recap for the ones of the auditors who don't know your band yet. You are signed currently under Napalm Records. So already that, congrats. One of the big names there. Your band formed back in 2013. So now it's your 10th birthday as a band already. Congrats as well.
Keep this.
You put up a first demo back in 2014, your first studio album release in 2016, then in 2019, and then Fata Morgana, the third one, is the one through which I discovered personally your band in 2021. Was amazing. And now you are back with your fourth LP called Hour. So in your band, there's yourself, Jaakko at the vocals, and I think you are the first 6-piece band with three Nikos. You just have one Niko, 2 Nikos, 3 Nikos. So you have Niko playing the guitar, you have another Niko playing the bass, and you have another Niko playing the drums. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct, and we get in all sorts of trouble because of it. Actually, we used to have we only had one lineup change. Our bass player, well, actually, yeah, he's the third Niko, but he used to be called Harry. So we had 2 Harrys and 2 Nikos, and that was kind of it wasn't easier. So I think we've talked about it a lot, but somebody has to change their name.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people give nicknames, to themselves, in the band. So why not, But there's a Niko with a K, and the 2 other ones are with a C, I guess. So it's already, I don't know if it helps, but anyway. And you also have Apo playing the keyboard, and Apo also plays the keys in Omnium Gatherum. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you see, I did my homework.
Yeah, 10 points. So actually, Apo is just getting back from States. I think I don't know if they've got a show left or 2, but he's coming back to Finland next week. They've done a Omnium Gatherum tour, and we have our own record release shows coming up next week. So he'll be just in time to kind of attend those.
That's going to be a question for the end of this interview, when I will ask you about the tour, the next maybe dates that you will perform, and I have a question on that. And the 6th piece of your band is also Harry at the guitar. So you have 2 guitar players, being Niko and Harry. So 6-piece, big band, really.
Yeah.
And so just for the little story, you are from Finland. And you know that Finland is already the country of my most beloved band of my life, who is Swallow the Sun. It's my number 1 band of all times. I really, really love their music. I love what they do since the beginning, and I'm really, really a big fan of this band. And I also have a love Insomnium, who play more melodeath, but still from Finland. And we have now Mariana's Rest. So I have 3 of my favorite bands in Finland. So definitely one day I will have to go there, because I'm thinking something's happening there, What's up with Finland, man? What's up with Finland?
Something in the water that makes us kind of do this sort of things. Yeah, but you should definitely visit. This is kind of this is a beautiful place, and if you like solidarity, to be alone, then there's plenty of space to do that. So,
so that being said, so were you the one who formed the band originally?
No, actually, I joined Harry and Nikko. Actually, 2 of the Nikos, the drummer and the guitarist. They put the band together. and then me and Aapo and Harry, who played the bass back then, we joined a bit later. But yeah, I don't think they played together that long. We kind of formed pretty quickly the kind of the formation we are in now, and we are very lucky to kind of have kept the same lineup. But that's just because we love hanging out together and we are good friends, and it's always fun to meet and play metal and do songs and kind of just be together. So yeah, as long as it's fun, why kind of change things?
Exactly. But that's also a milestone, because 10 years with practically the same formation in 10 years, that doesn't happen a lot, So it's always a sign, of a good,
Chemistry.
Good symbiosis between all of you guys. So we can feel it in the music, obviously. So
yeah, there's an own place for everybody. We have. This is a kind of, if a band can be a democracy, this is a democracy. We kind of all have we make the songs together. Everybody gets to have their own ideas in and pitch in, and all the kind of the work that doesn't revolve around the music, like doing social media or logistics or keeping in touch with the record label. Or kind of designing shirts and that sort of stuff. Everybody has their own thing, so everybody feels like this is my band, and kind of like this is just my bandmate's band. But this thing worked for us, but of course every band has their own kind of chemistry, and you can't kind of say that this would work for some other band. This is just the way it kind of goes for us.
Yeah, so that's cool. Fingers crossed that this goes on for years and years to come.
Hopefully.
So that released this year, so more precisely last Friday, the 24th of March. So the album is composed of 8 tracks for a total playing time of about 54 minutes. What does the title mean, Hour?
It really doesn't have a proper translation in English, I think, but it's close to day smoke. It's kind of it's not mist, it's not smoke or fog, but something in between, and it has impurities in it, pollution or sand from Sahara that blows with the wind, and it kind of makes light look a bit different. And that's kind of the meaning of it. And it usually comes from the east in Finland, but I think the same effect happens in Middle Europe, Central Europe too. But yeah, that's the meaning, and we kind of why it's the name of the album. We kind of pictured a kind of destroyed city or world, and the moment of brief moment of hope, clarity, and beauty when light shines through the hour into the kind of destroyed ground, and well, kind of time to rebuild. Maybe see things that kind of are really important in life, and not something that you think that is important.
So that's basically the main lyrical themes that you are exploiting in your songs all along this album. Really a matter of pollution. Consider what is important and what is less important. Is it really? Is there like personal involvement on your side? Who is writing the lyrics? Is you yourself? Yeah.
I write the lyrics at least. Well, there are some exceptions, but yeah, mainly I do the lyrics. And actually, there's the kind of the idea, the story is to kind of the album starts from a kind of a bad place, all black, and kind of when things are going to hell, and then it ends up in the middle. This is the brief moment of hope and light after kind of a catastrophe, and it can be anything man-made. And then there's this kind of realization that we have to kind of do something to change things in order this not to never happen again. And for a brief time everything goes better, but eventually it kind of, because we as humans, it's hard to learn from our mistakes and from history. It kind of ends on the same track again, and on the end of the album, it's as hopeless as it was in the beginning of the album. So it kind of goes. We try to create a full circle with kind of a chaos moment in the middle. Well, actually, it's not chaos because nothing really changed, but that was the kind of the idea. That was the path we tried to kind of paint with the songs, the story we tried to, or the picture we tried to paint.
Yeah, I think I get it right, because I did myself, a summary of these song by song, after having listened to it like maybe between 20 and 25 times in a week, I think, because this album didn't leave me for a whole week, man. I have it in my ears since a week now. When I go to the gym, I have it in my ears. When I wake up in the morning, I have it in my ears all day long. I cannot get rid of this album. Believe me, it's not because I'm talking to you that I say that. It's really what I say is really the truth, And it's well, this album is just blew my mind away. And why do I like it personally so much? I think they are more. I don't know, maybe more melancholy and more atmospheric moments on this album than on the previous ones. I think it's well, you have harsh moments as well. When you growl on the songs, it's really harsh, as you do always. And it's so great to be talking to you. Honestly, I love those moments. I love those moments, and it's when you growl on your song, it's really heavy. It's really like oh, come on, man. Keep it up, calm down. But then it's mixed, with a lot of atmosphere, a lot of melancholy in the melodies. The melodies just stick in your head, And I have written a couple of them here on my text here. If I go. From the first track to the last track. So Our is the title track of the album. It starts up the album and you have already a super atmospheric moment to start up, as an intro of the album. So I really, really love it, to put the listener really into the music, and get ready to what, to what is awaiting you,
Only when ash falls from the sky, we see. At least there is something for light to cut through.
On this album, so just the way it starts, I'm already falling in love with the album, and then second song, and now you get me with Deceased. Oh my god, when I saw your video on YouTube the day you posted it, I put it in repeat, I say, what a song is this? It's my most played song of the year so far. Oh. Diseased, I just love this song so much. It's really the type of song that really pierced my heart, from start to finish. This atmospheric, discussion that we hear as introduction, I'm just eager to know, where does it come from?
And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
Could you give me some idea?
Offhand, I can't.
Did he tell you why?
No.
Have you any idea why?
Yes.
And what is that?
I am not completely like other people. People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
When you hear that character say, what does he say again? people dislike me because I am not completely like them. And the way he says it, the way you really feel, I having goosebumps, just to be talking about it, I'm having goosebumps right now. But where does it come from, this part of the introduction?
It's actually, I think it's from the 60s or 70s. It's recorded in a mental asylum. And the guy who is answering the questions, he's in a catatonic state, and he tries to ask him why does he think that everybody dislikes him, and he's certain that that it's because of the way he plays piano, and he's never played piano. He doesn't know how to play piano, but he somehow kind of has this idea in his head, and it's really eerie. The whole, you can find it on YouTube if you want to check it out. The kind of the image that goes with it, it makes it even more haunting. I think there was just something about it when I think it was Nico, the guitarist, who kind of found it and kind of said check this out. Isn't this kind of goosebumps? Yeah, that's what happened straight away. So we kind of, and it went well together with the kind of the theme of this song. So yeah, we figured that we should get a part of it, and I think it really works well. It adds something.
Oh yeah, very, very well. I'm telling you, this song just really makes me crazy, And the video is perfect, when you see this woman, dancing with the powder, the red powder, and just crushing it. And the moment where you start, the first notes, just after the introduction, I said, this is perfect, this is perfect. And I was so expecting this album. I say, if the songs are like that all along, such an atmosphere, and I didn't expect so much melancholy, so much atmosphere all over the place, from track by track. And when you get to the end of the album, you just say, okay, let's go back again, because it brings you. Well, I'm talking about myself, but I guess most of the listeners will have the same feeling. It gives you really the mood of. Getting back those feelings when you listen to the songs and what's happening minute after minute, and when you listen to it with a good headset, believe me, I was in the clouds. For the listens that I had at the first place, I was really like in the clouds. I was not on Earth anymore. I was closing my eyes and listening to your music, and I said, what a fucking great album this is. Honestly, I have to talk to the guys definitely. So and here we are.
Really humbling. Thank you so
seriously,
much.
Thanks a lot for this album, man. Thanks a lot for this album. It's a gem. It's a pure gem. My number one again for the month of March. So after Disease, so we have Light Reveals Our Wounds. Again, a perfect example of mixing melancholy and the wildness of your vocals, all together. Perfect example. White Cradle follows. It's a quiet moment, maybe nearly at the half of the album. It's super melancholic and atmospheric. It's really like maybe take a deep breath, take some rest before the next part of the album. Well, it's the way I interpret, this song there. I just love it. The ground still burns. On this track, you have more keys on this album. The introduction is a super melodic keyboard as intro. For maybe more than a minute, I guess.
That's actually because it's Aapo's song. That's why it has kind of the keyboards are more in front than usual. That's he made the song. So
he made the song.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's really is part of the album. Is really that song. If we have to say that. Okay.
Yeah, of course we all kind of put it, but the demo, it was Aapos, and it kind of went from there. And of course, it was actually nothing but keyboards at first, and then we just started to kind of play with it. What could we do, and to see what we could do, and the start of the song, actually, I think it's pretty much the same than it was at the demo point.
Okay, so you kept basically a part of the demo that was only keyboards like that. You just took a piece of it, and then you composed the rest to perform the whole song. And then
of course the keyboards kind of they go through the song. But I the way I remember the demo version, it was pretty similar. The start of the song. Of course, we remade it, but the kind of the basic idea is the same.
Okay. Good to know. Then we go on with Fear Travels Fast. It's super melancholic as well, maybe if not one of the most melancholic tracks of the album. And then the longest track of the album, The Hanging Blade, which clocks in at 9 minutes, a little bit more than 9 minutes. Super melody that sticks in your head as well, and it starts with a 3-minute instrumental part, for this song, because it's a super long track, 9 minutes. For 3 minutes, it's really instrumental, really atmospheric as well, super slow, and again, it brings you, up in the clouds, once again. And then Sirens closes up with the album, and there you have Aaron from My Dying Bride putting his vocals there. That gives you another layer, if I may say, on the album here, on this specific track, because his vocals with your vocals, and it really gives a different blend, different flavor as well to close up the album. And there you're really in the melancholy to its paroxysm, and I think it's a perfect way to close up the album.
For my unconquerable soul, in the foul clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud.
How did it work with Aaron from My Dying Bride?
He was super he's a gentleman. It was really easy to work with him. We had a kind of mutual friend who introduced us to Aaron, and then we just, of course, we were pretty kind of scared because he's a legend in this genre. So it was pretty kind of scary to write the first email and to introduce us, but he was kind of really friendly from the beginning, and just kind of asked if he could hear the song, and we sent the demo, and luckily he thought that it was something he could do. So after that it was really easy. Maybe the hardest part was I've never written lyrics and kind of made lyrics, composed lyrics for anybody else than myself. So that was kind of a hard thing to do at the beginning. I was kind of maybe what if he thinks that this is kind of silly, or this aren't, he can't sing this.
Yeah, you must feel the pressure there.
yeah, but it was nothing like that. He really enjoyed it and kind of nailed it on the first try pretty much. So it was really easy session. He did his parts in his home studio, I think, and we were just waiting for the results here in Finland. And yeah, when the first time we heard it, it was kind of like it was a weird moment. Is kind of like, is this happening really? and yeah, but awesome to have him on this album. It was really important for us.
That's a great achievement as well, to have him on your album, man. That means a lot as well. That means that even him, who is has been there, for years and years now, even him recognizes that you do great stuff. Otherwise, he would never been accepted. If he accepts, that means something. So that must be really touching for you.
Yeah. It really means a lot. It's wonderful and strange at the same time, like all the best things are.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a great experience for you. So that is basically the summary that I made of this album, And so talking now about the future now, and talking about the live experience, because when Fata Morgana released, it was during COVID. It was in 2021, so you didn't tour to promote this album. So how does it work now? Are you going to tour to promote only your fourth album, Hour, or you also do like a promotion of the two previous albums?
Yeah, I think a promotion of ourselves. We hope to kind of go on tour. We are a live band. We really like playing live, so we hope to do that as much as possible. I would like to tell you that we have something ready, but there are kind of things that, there are plans, but they are not ready yet. So can't really go into that. But hope to do a proper European tour in the near future. That would be the kind of the main thing. And of course, if there's a chance to kind of get all around the world, of course. But Europe is the kind of the first thing to do. But yeah, the kind of COVID messed up the kind of the gig world so badly that it hasn't really recovered yet. It's super expensive to tour, and kind of the old shows that were postponed are still mixing up the kind of the schedules and that sort of stuff. So I think it's not kind of a normal situation. It will require some time to kind of get back to normal, but it will happen eventually. And of course, we hope to do as many gigs as possible. And of course the new songs are kind of the on top of the list. Love to get to play them live, see if we can pull them off live even.
Can I have maybe like an exclusive, which songs of the new album are you planning to play? Just give me two, please. Two.
Two songs. We are going to, the single songs, we are going to play, actually Deceased we have already played, and we are going to do the other single songs, Light Reveals Our Wounds and Sirens as well. So they are, and some other songs as well, but maybe we'll let them be in a shroud of mystery for now.
Yeah, let's keep a part of mystery. But I hope that we will come near my place, maybe Luxembourg or South Belgium or even North Belgium. If you go to the Netherlands or North Belgium, of course I will purchase a ticket and I will go there, because you are part now of you are on the top list of the bands that I want to see live that I didn't see yet in my life. So you are part of them now, and I'm really looking forward to see you on stage, man. Because wow, it's just I just love your music, and it's the way that even like bands like Swallow the Sun perform, with mixing death doom and melodies and melancholies, and harshness, aggressivity in the same time. All this balance perfectly, in each songs, and that's why it really make me travel, mentally, and I love it. I love it. So I was really happy to see your text on Instagram saying please book to send an email to that email address, and that person will book an interview date. And I was so, wow, I'm gonna interview Mariana's Rest, guys. It's fantastic, man. So just a super big thank you for having accepted this interview. And
no, the pleasure is totally ours.
And you see he's such a nice guy when you see the videos with his dark lenses and shouting in his microphone. You feel, whoa. And look at him. He's super nice, man. He's super nice, like always. I have the habit of always closing up my my interviews with the same song, so I will do the same with you today. If you could pick one band with whom you could tour the world, who would it be? Just name only one.
Okay. This is a hard one. It would be easy if Sentenced was still around. Then I would say Sentenced. But Paradise Lost or My Dying Bride.
Okay.
I'll have to take two.
Okay, two. I do an exception.
Yeah.
So Paradise Lost
be
and My Dying Bride would be.
Yeah.
Which one the most? A little bit more. No,
It depends on the day. I can't give you a kind of like. Some days it's the other, and some days it's the other. But yeah, those are kind of like, I like a lot of different type of stuff, but those are kind of the kind of bands that everybody in our band really appreciates, and the kind of bands that have kind of their own thing. They have always done what they have liked, and that's kind of one thing I really appreciate.
Cool. Great to know. So that's it, man. I guess I did the whole shebang here for you. I just asked you the whole questions that I had. So again, guys, if you didn't know the band yet, if you haven't listened yet to this album Hour, please discover Mariana's Rest. They are amazing, and this album is just my number one of the month of March 2023. So it's just to tell you how good it is. Jaakko, it was a great pleasure to have you here on board. And I wish you the very best for your band to continue to produce some great music. We'll be waiting for in the next couple of years maybe to have a 5th studio album, but we're not done yet. The next point now is to see you on stage. So I just hope that maybe I will have the opportunity sooner or later to meet you IRL, as we say. And until then, wish you all the best, man, and thanks again for having been there.
You too. Hope to meet you on the road.
We will. Thank you, man. This was Jaakko from Mariana's Rest. Ciao, man.